What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back with a breakdown for this week's reset coming to Destiny 2, starting on Tuesday the 15th of March at the normal reset time. And this is going to be the 4th weekly refresh for Witch Queen, but there's still a load of stuff to check out in the game, and this week we get the return of Iron Banner for the first time in the season. So we'll touch on all of the new rewards there, plus we've got renewed Pinnacle drops, a new content rotation for the Throne World, and our weekly Risen quest. But additionally, we have the new challenges for week 4, unique rewards including the Eververse inventory, and we'll cover all of the Nightfalls playlists and more relevant stuff for this week. But before we get into it guys, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, the biggest and best free mobile game, and it's available for anyone right now on mobile and PC. Raid features more than 600 epic champions to pick from, with unique factions, lore, and tons of attributes that can be upgraded to suit your combat style, whether you're tackling bosses, dungeons, or PvP arena matches. Champions in Raid are super varied and feature in a bunch of different factions, such as the Orcs, and these were created by the Dark Lord Seraph, but lost their homelands and now ally their forces with the Queen of the Elves, who has her own motivations, and there's a bunch of lore to discover on the Orcs faction in the campaign. Plus, there are some epic Orc champions to check out as well, such as Grohak the Blooded, who's a beastly attack champion, and Garlic, another epic Orc champion whose attacks are absolutely brutal. Loads of these awesome champions can be earned in-game by spending shards at the portal, and then when we have new champions we can use the tavern to make various upgrades with a load of different combat mechanics to play around with. So the game feels really rewarding, plus there are regular in-game events and content drops. And if you want to get a huge head start, there's never been a better time to jump in, and by following the link in the description below or scanning the QR code on screen, new players get a free starter pack worth almost $30, and that includes a free champion called Aina, as well as 200k silver, an XP boost, energy refill, and an ancient shard so you can summon an additional champion. These rewards will appear in your inbox in-game for the next 30 days if you're a new player. And so if that sounds good, be sure to check out Raid Shadow Legends by clicking the link down below. And starting out initially, this week's bonus is for the Crucible, so we'll get bonus ranks all week long and it should be double up until Friday, and then triple rank progress over the course of the weekend. And the featured Crucible mode for this week will be Showdown, on top of the return of Iron Banner, which we'll mention in just a moment. However, we have a refresh on all of the Vanguard playlist stuff, so whether it's Vanguard Ops or the Nightfalls, and the featured Nightfall this week will be the Glassway, and on top of that we'll get a new featured weekly Nightfall weapon drop. Now though, let's move on and speak about Throne World content. Of course, we'll have the reset on Pinnacle drops, so that'll include things like Master Wellspring, the Vox Obscura weekly mission, and the weekly Preservation Pinnacle. Plus, we'll see another 2 collectible moths on the destination, and a new featured weekly campaign mission. But other content to bear in mind includes the seasonal stuff at the Helm, such as the weekly for defeating champions on Psyops, but also we get new quest steps for the main season quest, Operation Elbrus. And so if you're all up to date, initially we'll have to go and visit Saladin, and then we need to enter Psyops Battleground The Moon, which of course will be a new map for this week. And there we need to disrupt the ritual and subdue the Lucent Hive Lieutenant before returning to the Helm to catch up with Saladin. Then there are some additional steps, and it's possible this will conclude this week. So the next step says, while you wait for Kaitor's arrival, gather psychogenic intel to confirm that you stopped the Lucent Hive ritual. And we can do this in the normal way, completing Witch Queen campaign missions, or public events, Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit. And then we need to enter another Psyops Battleground and decode the runic chest, before finally returning to the Helm again to speak with Empress Kaitor. And then there'll be a load of dialogue and story beats there, so it could be quite an interesting week in terms of the season story progression. Don't miss out on the Pinnacles from Grasp of Avarice and Dares of Eternity if you're still working on getting leveled up. And next let's speak about seasonal challenges. So initially there is Operation Elbrus Week 4, which is to complete the quest and focus Umbral Engrams at the war table using Risen Umbral energy, which of course we can collect by decoding runic chests at the end of Psyops Battlegrounds. Then there is Rippling Wings in the Throne World, collect 3 moths and destroy 3 Darkness Rifts, and that one should be retroactive there. Then there's Weapon Shape 3, to increase weapon mastery for a shaped weapon and reshape the weapon, plus Mod Collector to unlock all of the artifact mods for the season. And that does just require the 12 artifact mods unlocked, so if you've done 12 already, that triumph should be granted. But we also have Precision Calibration, to use marksman weapons including scout rifles, snipers, and linear fusion rifles by landing precision final blows with bonus progress against guardians. Then there is High Value Hunter to defeat powerful combatants in Gambit and earn bonus progress for defeating high value targets. And then we have Iron Sharpens Iron to complete Iron Banner matches, and we get bonus progress for wins. We need to earn 15 points for that. And finally, Darkest Nightfall to complete any Nightfall strike on hero difficulty or higher. And when that one's completed, it will grant a Nightfall weapon from the season, which is pretty cool. And so those are the week 4 seasonal challenges. And with mention of the Iron Banner, we may as well touch on what we know about the return of the event this year. So Saladin will be back in the tower, and Iron Banner will run up until the reset on Tuesday the 22nd. There will be new Pinnacle drops, of course, and all of Saladin's rank up packages, and Bungie have said that all 6 of the featured Iron Banner weapons in the rotation will get a trait called Skulking Wolf. And this is the Iron Banner Origin trait, which activates during the hunt with enhanced radar and removal from enemy radar when you land epic final blows. So that'll be cool to check out, but Bungie also say that all of the returning Iron Banner weapons have updated perk pools, including new ones from the current season. Then there are the new weapons, such as the Iron Banner hand cannon, the Frontier's Cry, which is a 180 RPM precision frame hand cannon, and Bungie have teased bonuses like Steady Hands and Compulsive Reloader, as well as Iron Reach. And then we have the sword, the Razor's Edge. This is going to be a Vortex frame. A Bungie teased perk combinations like Wellspring or Unrelenting with Chain Reaction. So there'll definitely be some cool weapons to check out. But of course, there will also be the new Iron Banner quest for the season. These ones can be famously annoying, so step 1 is Flame in the Forest, and we need to capture 10 zones, get 30 Guardian kills, and 15 Void or Solar kills. Step 2 will be Blood for Bread, to get 15 hand cannon kills, play 6 matches, and capture 20 zones. Then for the third step, we have the option of getting Sniper Rifle or Glaive kills, and we need 10 points for that. A Glaive in the Iron Banner would certainly be interesting, but we also need to capture 30 zones and get 100 Guardian kills. Then in the final step, there's a requirement for 15 super kills, 40 zone captures, and 5 sword or melee kills. After that, we can return to Saladin in the tower and start unlocking new rewards. So let us know if you're going to jump into the Iron Banner down in the comment section, and of course have fun if you do. But now let's speak about the Eververse inventory for the week, and focusing on the featured stuff that we can buy for Bright Dust. Initially, we have the Metropolis Flyer, Exotic Sparrow, that one's from Season of the Risen, and it'll be available this week for 2500 Bright Dust. Then there's the Dastardly Stash Legendary emote, which will be available for 700 Bright Dust, as well as the Eramis projection, which is a ghost projection right there, for 1500 Bright Dust. And the featured shader for this week will be Jacarina. Pretty cool kind of black and white shader there, and as always, that will be 300 Bright Dust. Then we have the exotic emote Commanding Presence, which is 3250 Bright Dust, and the legendary emote the Hat Wobble, which will be 700 Bright Dust. Then there are quite a few exotic items for Bright Dust this week. So we have the August Corsair Exotic Sparrow, that'll be 2500 Bright Dust, as well as the Tex Mechanica shell, which will be 2850 Bright Dust. We are going to see some featured exotic armor ornaments this week as well, so there'll be 9 days and nights. For the Knucklehead Radar, that'll be 1500 Bright Dust. And for the same cost, we'll be able to get the Photodrolic Actuators for the Synthoceps for Titans, and then the Coaxial Bonds for the Ophidian Aspect for the Warlocks. Then the featured weapon ornament for this week is from the 30th anniversary, and it's the Stagecoach for the Last Word. Pretty cool ornament, and it'll be 1250 Bright Dust. And finally, we have the Pegasus projection, the Ghost projection for the week, which will be 1500 Bright Dust. And for our final couple of bits of content here in the Legacy tab, we have the Vault of Glass, and the challenge mode this week will be Ensemble's Refrain, which is Atheon challenge, and if you complete that on Master difficulty, Corrective Measure Time Lost will be the featured drop. And if you happen to still want the location of Ascendant challenges in the Dreaming City, the featured one this week will be the Agonarch Abyss, which is found via the Bay of Drowned Wishes right next to the spawn right here. You just head into the Lost Sector, and with the Tincture Pop, you'll find the portal in the outside area. But otherwise, guys, I'll keep you posted with any developments and things that happen in game over the next few days. So, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. But also get subscribed if you don't want to miss out on any more Destiny content. Still plenty to talk about regarding the season and Witch Queen, so definitely feel free to do that and turn on notifications if you want to be kept up to date. But otherwise, as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome week.